So it was only one score you weren't involved in, huh?
Only one. And I believe Rico, and that was, I believe, Rico scored. Rico White. Yeah, Rico White scored.
Rick, now you were doing all that, had great backs. Who was the wide receivers you was doing? I know one of them. Who was your wide receivers? Who was your go-to guy?
Hey, downtown Reggie Brown. He still in Houston, Texas. You know, he was my go-to guy, but you know what? I still had two more. Derrick Roberts, he was standing 6'3". And then my shifted guy that we sent across the middle, Horace Brooks. I mean, he was a bad boy from Tuskegee, Alabama. But Reggie Barlow too. But you know what? We were so talented, Coach. Reggie Barlow couldn't see the field when we were playing. He redshirt. He couldn't see. He didn't get on the field.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We had some receivers, man.
Right. That Reggie Brown is
Coach, and off of that team, we probably had about. Well, I got drafted. Rick got drafted. Reggie Brown played in the NFL. Manny Martin played in the NFL for the Oilers and the Bills. And we had Reggie Barlow got drafted a couple of years after that. Paul Ashby made it to camp. We had about 7, 8 guys off that team that all either got drafted or made it to the camp and then stayed in the NFL. And a couple of them played Canada and Arena also. It was a talented team, man. It was a deep team. It was amazing the many type of players we had on that team.
Hey, Coach, Eddie, let me ask you a quick question since we got you and Ricky on. You guys come play for Houston Markham. He comes from Jackson State. You guys literally built the program. Did you guys start seeing the talent being accumulated to it, to the point where you guys were national champions, as you guys were freshmen, sophomore, juniors, and seniors? Did you guys kind of see, man, we starting to get guys that can play, and you guys win these games, even though you might have lost to Jackson State or Grambling early, but then your junior, senior, it started to change. Did you guys see that being developed?
Well, we know what really happened. I mean, the class of 88, that's where all us came in at. So we were there for 4 years. So by the time we hit our third or fourth year, we was in the same system for 4 years. So we had probably about 15 guys either started or got a lot of PT as true freshmen. So by the time our junior and senior year, we were ready, man. You see what I'm saying? We had a couple more guys came in, like Howard Brooks. He came in like a year or two after us. He probably about the only guy that started with him, and we had a DB named Latroy Gardner, came from Miami, Florida. But other than that, the guy that started on that junior and senior team, we played at true freshman. So that means we got a lot of playing time. So that's what that was.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Jones. You were from Jackson. Coach Robinson is from New Orleans. Were all the guys that played with you guys from that SWAC footprint? Or were they mostly Alabama guys? Where were they from? Was there any through line as far as location? Where you guys are?
They were all local. Coach Markham recruited just like I recruited. It was a 4-hour drive in Montgomery. So I mean, we went to Birmingham, Mobile, Pensacola. You might have went to Memphis and New Orleans, Jackson. It was a 4-hour drive. We might have had a kid from Chicago because his grandparents was from Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? It was like, but everybody, it was in the area. So, like Rick saying, man, we came as freshmen. That's when Jackson State, they had Darian Connors and Lewis Tillman. They was destroying the SWAC. So they intimidated us. It was like, so we pretty much was like, man, we want to beat Jackson State one day. So it was the same group of guys that just kept working. And our coaches did a great job of developing us. So we weren't ready as freshmen, but they got us in the weight room, taught us how to play football, gave us confidence. And then the second year, I think, Clemente Gordon and Jake Reed and all of them, and Grambling won the SWAC. And then the third year, we beat Jackson State, but Texas Southern beat us on those janky last-second field goal. And so we didn't win the SWAC, even though we had beat Jackson and Grambling. So it was like the last year was when we finally get it. But it was the same group of guys that were developed, and I think that's where people were kind of missing. Like the SWAC was known for taking guys that weren't NFL players, but they were good kids, and then you just develop them, and by the third or fourth year, they become NFL players. So that's what happened to us. It wasn't like a new influx of talent. It was the same freshmen,
same guy,
better and better every year. Yeah.
Yeah, Texas Southern was y'all nemesis, man. They always play y'all tough.
Walter Highsmith had a bunch of criminals over there, man.
Hey, Eddie, don't forget, Eddie. I believe we fired the guy that ran the clock for Alabama State our junior year because they put 1 second back on the clock.
He put 1 second on the clock and let them kick a field goal to win the game. If not, if he let that go, we win 2 SWAC championships, man.
Exactly. Yeah, they put 1 second back on the clock.
Wow. Man, that was fun. But I called up Rocky. They called yet?
No, not yet, Coach.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna have to shut it down, man. I'm gonna have to, because Ricky Jones will talk to y'all all night about Alabama State football.
Hey, he's in. Hey, Eddie, give me 2 more minutes. He's in. He's waiting on you to take the call.
All right, hold on. I'm going in now.
Yeah, Ricky.
There's one other participant in the conference.
Go ahead, caller. You're live on HBCU Coaches Corner.
Hey, Coach, how's it going?
Downtown Reggie Brown. My man. If you want to win, put it in his
what's
hand.
going on? Hey, look, Coach, Coach Cole, I see you got the GOAT on your show, huh?
Hey, man, look, the show wouldn't be the show if I didn't get Ricky Jones on and Coach Eddie Robb and, of course, my 2 guys, man. We ain't gonna let it die, baby. We ain't gonna let the SWAC die. We had to bring Reggie Brown downtown, baby.
There you go.
Look, Coach, there's downtown and there's Horace Brooks and there's Eddie Robertson, but I'm going to just tell you this, Slick Rick made it all go, man. I tell people all the time, this guy was Mike Vick before it was Mike Vick. He was, just extraordinary, athletic, super accurate. We won our last 21 games with 1 tie, and all of it because of our quarterback, Ricky Jones, man. Just an amazing, amazing talent. Student of the game. You can always find him in the coach with Coach McKenzie, learning the game plan, doing all the things that you have to do from a quarterback perspective for the team to be successful.
And both of y'all appreciate this. You keep hearing the quarterback, the coach John McKenzie. He played in the early 80s where I had the opportunity to watch him. And you want to talk about somebody who was a magician, had that ball off that play fake, Rick, he could do it. He'll fake that thing up in there, man, and put it behind his back. And they say, he throwing that thing down to Burkett. Man, it wasn't number 6, coach. So John McKenzie, great one. I think he won a couple state titles as a high school coach. I think he's still coaching.
Sure.
Not sure, but great coach, man, a great coach.
Well, it's easy to coach when you got guys like Ricky Jones. You just get out the way and don't let them, and don't you mess it up.
Hey, yeah, he was a hell of a coach, man. He had a bright offensive mind. We had so many trick plays, man, up our belt. You know what I'm saying? When I was playing, he said, long I got Ricky Jones, he said, man, I could do anything with you, man, and he did. We had so many trick plays. You'd be like, man, how they run that play? I'm talking about, I take 1 step back, throw it to my left to the receiver, come back and run all the way back to me and give it back to me, and I run around the end. You don't run trick play like that to be successful. I run a touchdown with about 40, 50 yards. We've done a lot of crazy trick plays that they were like, how do you do that? But he was always say, man, he said, because what I got back in that backfield, ain't a quarterback like you that can run these trick plays like that. So, he was had a bright mind as being an offensive coordinator.
Hey, we lost Coach Robinson for a moment, but I think we got him back on. Coach Robinson, are you there?
Oh yeah, I'm listening in, man. Y'all got downtown Reggie Brown on there, huh?
Yeah. Hey, Reggie, downtown.
Yeah.
Hey, tell us kind of where you are. I kind of feel folks in, but man, you just were sensational as well. You were the go-to guys. When it was clutch, everybody knew they were going to you, and you were going to make that. Kind of tell us where you are, kind of bring us up real quick.
Well, I'll say this. I was very, very fortunate to just play on a great team. And when you got so many athletes around you like Ricky Jones and Horace Brooks and Derek Roberts and Eric Matthews and Rico White, and the list goes on and on. It's easy for me to get one-on-one coverage with a big body and then be able to make some plays. Currently I'm the principal here in Houston. I played in the NFL for a few years and then went and got my doctorate. And, married with 5 daughters, so I'm broke, but life is good.
Hey, well, Reggie, you were able to come to Texas. You were able to come to heaven without having to die. So you all right, Reggie.
Well, I've been here for about 35 years, so I ain't going nowhere. Now, I left heaven, though, Miami, to come here, but it's okay.
But coach, hey, I see you praising Houston, Texas. Hey, I'm not going back, man. I got a daughter staying in Houston, Texas, man. Hey, them jokers up there for real, man. I went up there about 2 months ago, man, and as I've been getting ready to leave out early Sunday morning, me and my wife been getting ready to leave my daughter's house to come back to Jackson, Mississippi, man. When I made it outside, man, and she stayed. I just moved her to another place, So when I opened the door to the garage, my truck was parked right there by the garage. When I opened the door to the garage, man, they had me on bricks. They stole out 4 of my tires. Oh yeah. So me and Houston don't get along right now. I told my wife, we go back to Houston, we're gonna drive your truck or we getting a rental. I'm driving mine, man. They have on bricks.
Hey. Well, Coach Robinson is gonna be heading that way in a few days. So tell you.
Well, that's his home. That's where he stays. So
okay.
Now, Reggie, will you make the Prairie View Alabama State game?
Oh, most definitely. I called Eddie yesterday to get my ticket, but he didn't answer.
Hey, Ray, you got him on the HBCU Coaches
Corner. Eddie's about to go now. Watch. Coach Roslake, I got to go now. I got to get ready for the game.
Now, Coach Robinson, come on, man. You make sure I'm taking care of him. Eddie, you make sure I'm taking care of Reggie Brown.
Let me come in there and get my goddamn scat tab of Mark B.
Hey, man, what that?
I don't know who that was.
What that? They shooting, ain't
Hey, I'm going to tell you. This guy who's calling in is this guy from Jackson. Who is this guy? Oh, he dropped. But Coach, I know you getting ready for the game. You getting ready for the big game. Anything you like to say before you get off, Coach?
Nah, man, those guys, man, Ricky Jones, Reggie Brown, man, that's like the memories and the friendships we had, just from playing college football is incredible. And I think with that
I'm all in favor of Ricky Jones.
That's the one thing that's bad about it is that you don't get those friendships over 4-year periods when you're moving from school to school. So I'm just blessed that I was able to play with those guys and be lifelong friends with them and win the championship with them. So much respect for those two guys. Love you, brothers, man. Y'all just keep doing what you're doing.
Good luck this week, Coach.
All right, y'all take it easy.
All right, Coach. Thank you for calling. Hey, and that was the head coach of Alabama State University, Coach E-Rob, coming on to support his teammate and HBCU legend, SWAC Hall of Famer, Alabama State Hall of Famer, Ricky Jones. Rick, we got a lot of calls coming in. These people are from Jackson. Should I let them through?
It might be them Jackson State, but yeah, let them through. We cool. Let them through, baby.
All right. Go, hey, caller, with the last 4, 8989, you're live on HBCU Coaches Corner.
Let us through.
Come on through.
Hey, turn your background down, caller. Turn your background down.
All right. I just want to say big shouts out to my boy Ricky Jones. This is Jackson, Mississippi. We just want to say big shouts out to Ricky Jones. Big shouts out to him.
Appreciate
we
you.
love you.
Appreciate you, man.
Likewise, baby. Likewise.
What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, man, we from Jackson, Mississippi. We Jackson, Mississippi, man. We're right here supporting our brother.
Okay.
Jackson, Mississippi. We just supporting our brother.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
So that's a true Jacksonia, man. Hey, I told you they know I went across the board, but they still support me. I like that. You know, we still family.
You're live on HBCU Coaches Corner with the last 40305. You're live on with HBCU Coaches Corner and the swag legend, Ricky Jones.
Hey, Coach, out of curiosity, what is your most memorable victory you ever had playing at Alabama State?
Good question.
Rick, did you hear?
I think Rick froze.
Did Rick freeze on us?
Okay.
That was a really good question.
Yeah.
We can come back to it.
Hey, by the way, what's your name and where you calling from, sir?
My name is Bullfrog, and I'm calling from Jackson, Mississippi.
Okay.
Bullfrog from Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, is Reggie still on the phone?
No, Reggie dropped off, I believe.
Okay. All right, cool.
Hey, Bullfrog, we'll get your question answered here shortly. Rick dropped off. Hopefully he'll come back.
See, Rocky, let me tell you something, bro. Listen, when you see everybody in Jackson got an alternate name, you never know. You know what I'm saying? Bullfrog just let you know, bro. It's Bullfrog. Don't worry about these government names over here, bro. Bullfrog probably just chilling, relaxing, drinking a little something, watch his homeboy. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it, Jackson.
Hey, and this joker right here still ain't hung up. He's still on with us. Hey, what's your name? What's your name?
Yeah. I am still on with you.
I know.
Hey, this Yellow from Jackson, Mississippi.
Yellow. See, we had Bullfrog.
Hey, this Jackson, Mississippi. Hey,
Hey, Yellow, what part of Jackson you from, bro? What part of Jackson you from?
Hey, the best part of Jacktown.
No,
Jacktown, man, the only town you can be from.
no, bro. Are you from North Jackson, West Jackson, South Jackson? What part of Jackson you from?
I'm from North Jackson.
Okay, y'all represent, bro. North Jackson in the house. Come on now. You know how we do.
I'm from the north, but I represent the Jack.
We gotta get
I'm gonna make y'all podcast live now. Y'all really want to go? Hey, Ricky Jones already know me. He know I ain't playing no game.
That's J8.
Hey, boy, wait, what night is this? Is this Friday night?
Man, told you Jackson State,
is this Saturday night? What night is this?
Hey.
Is this Tuesday?
Well, Ricky, what night you say you drank on, Ricky? What night you say you drank on?
I don't know. Days start with T.
Hey.
It's Tuesday tonight.
Hey,
Yellow with you on Tuesday, bro.
Hey, Yellow and Bullfrog called in. Bullfrog had a really good question, right? And his question was, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Campbell, because I may mess it up. He said, what's your most fondest memory in a big win at Alabama State?
I'm getting two feedback.
Okay, somebody, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Rick?
Yeah. I'm getting the question back to back. I mean, two feedback. But look, my most fond memories, it got to be in 1990 versus on an 80-yard drive. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. It's just a little freezing up. Let me.
Hey.
Hey, you call Jackson quite a bit, Mr. Campbell. Does this happen often in Jackson?
See what happened is all the brothers around Ricky, now they getting on the internet on their phone, they taking all the bandwidth. That's what it is. See, because now they're bored up there at the cigar bar. Hey, man, Ricky homeboy, Get on your phone and check Ricky out, dog. So we got Yellow Bullfrog, my homeboy Frank Clay in the house. We got these Jackson old schools in here, boy. So that's what it is, man. So listen, man. That's what we do, man.
We still representing all of y'all too, though. We out here just trying to support the whole cast.
Thank you. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Thank you guys for calling on. Hey, Yellow. Are you a Jackson State fan or are you an Alabama State fan, Yellow?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you a Jackson State fan?
I'll tell you like this. I'm a Ricky Jones fan, but I am a Jackson State fan. I am a Ricky Jones fan and a Jackson State fan.
All right.
Was you in Vegas this past weekend?
I'm back on.
Well, shoot, let's
get back to.
No, I went to San Francisco, so I let them have their way.
All right. Hey, thank you for calling in, brother. We finna finish up the interview with Ricky. Thank you so much.
Yeah, let's close it and then go to the games.
So Ricky, go ahead. Let Ricky answer that. Ricky, the question was, what was your most memorable game at Alabama State? You were getting ready to answer that.
Should we look? They blowing up the internet, Coach.
Hey, everybody in Jackson on the internet right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They taking all this bandwidth.
Cause all it's doing is loading on my side.
Okay. What about now?
Same. Well, he's out. He's out. You want to let him call back?
Hey, Rick, can you hear us? Yeah, Coach. Look like he got connection issues. He can definitely call in. You can text him the number and get him to call in. Yeah.
Then we close it out. I'll do that.
Yeah, man. This has been a tremendous interview. I like to thank Coach E-Rob for calling in. Also, Dr. Brown for joining in. And this has been a tremendous interview with none other than the SWAC legend himself, Ricky Jones from Alabama State.
Hey, Rocky, I want to say something, which is great. And, okay, did we got Ricky back?
He's froze. All
right, well, I'm just going to say, listen what you heard, what he said. He said, I'm Dr. Brown. Think about that for a second. This is what's so great about our schools and what they propel us to. This man played football on one of the greatest HBCU football teams, but still education was still a priority for he could sit back and say he has his doctorate. Man, that's what's just so great about what we do and how we do it.
Look like we got him on now. Oh, man.
All right, I need all y'all Jackson folks to get off the Wi-Fi and let our boy call in. And y'all get the same room.
You know they only got one channel down there.
They all on the Wi-Fi. Man, y'all get off the Wi-Fi.
They're all on one channel, Cox. They all got one channel. All of them on one channel.
Bro, they don't want you the data. Get on your data plan for a second. Let your homeboy finish the thing out now. Come on, Jackson.
And give it a Yeah. We close it out.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you just fine, Rick. Tremendous interview. I like to thank. We got a lot of background noise. Also, Dr. Brown.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you just fine, sir.
Yeah, I had to go to my phone. I don't know what's going on.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good now.
Go ahead, Mr. Campbell.
Now, Ricky, one of the great questions was, what was the best game or the most memorable game that you had playing at Alabama State? And you were about to answer that because I think you said you threw an 80-yard bomb. So we wanted to hear that story because I think if the game I thought it would be, sounds like it's not the game that we all think it would be. So go on, why don't you tell us that?
My most memorable game, like I said, Magic City Classic, I'm from Jackson, so that game counted like Jackson State and Alcorn. That's a big rivalry. So we playing Alabama A&M, and it was like 5 minutes left in the game. Alabama A&M was beating us with 20-7, and we had an 80-yard drive. We had to go 80 yards. I didn't throw an 80-yard ball. We had to go 80 yards, you know, to kick a field goal to tie the game or score a touchdown to win it. So we went 80 yards. We ran all that 5 minutes off the clock, and I sprinted out to my right side, and I threw back to my tight end for like a 5-yard touchdown to win the game with 24 seconds left on the clock. And I feel like that's my biggest memory because of the team we were playing and the classic that we were playing in. And like I said, and that's a big game, Alabama A&M and Alabama State for the Magic City Classic.
Yeah, they had 69,000 this past weekend.
Yeah, see, we still got the record when I was playing. We had 71, something like that, 71,000.
Wow.
And my senior year, I know we put up 53 points this year on A&M.
Yeah, 56.
We put up 59. We beat them 59-13. So we put up 56 this year. So we still got the record on that. The most points scored, we put up 59. And the thing about that, the week before the game, they interviewed me, the newspaper in Montgomery, and I told the newspaper, hey man, we're gonna beat them boys by 3 touchdowns. So I got called in the office by Houston Markham the next day when he read the paper, and he got on me real hard about predicting a 3-touchdown win. He was like, son, you must forgot this is the Magic City Classic. We don't care what record is, So he said, one thing you're gonna have to do, you're gonna have to make sure we win by 3. So we beat them 59-13 my senior year. So I cover that.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, Coach.
Yeah, let's try to make sure when he come back, let's kind of end it.
He's already back, Coach. He gave you ain't back yet.
Oh,
and Ricky, one thing, Ricky, how in the world did y'all beat Prairie View 92-0?
Oh man, it wasn't our fault. See, hey, a lot of coaches, especially Mississippi Valley, I believe that was their AD. He was real mad at Houston Markham for putting up 92 points. But what they got to realize, man, I only went 11 for 11 through 192 yards for 3 touchdowns. Man, by midway second quarter, I was out the game. All the starters out the game. So we only had third team players and fourth team players. They played. So we put up 50 points in one quarter, which was the second quarter, which was an NCAA record. Probably still is the NCAA record for most points scored in one quarter. But like I tell people, if we cannot throw the ball, what else can you do? You got to run it. So we just ran the ball. But see, Steve McNair threw the ball 65 times. And when they played Prairie View, beat them by 63-0. They had nothing to say about that. They had nothing to say about how many times he throwing the ball. I just threw the ball 11 times. You know what I'm saying? The starter didn't play long. So, the third and fourth team, it was their day. They did what they supposed to do because they don't never play. So we weren't going to hold them back, but we didn't throw the ball. We just ran the ball. So we just had, like I said, like Eddie said, man, we were deep. We had a good team, man. So everybody got the opportunity to see, okay, if Ricky Jones, the first, second string don't play, what can the third team do? And like I said, we had some great players on that team, so they had the opportunity, man. They went out there and showed out.
Yeah. Well, with Coach Jones, man, or Rick, man, I've seen you in action, and I'm pretty sure the people that see you, man, you're as sensational tonight as you were 20, 30 years ago, man. I mean, you were the first coach that could get it. You could throw it, you could run it, and I enjoy watching you. Of course, I've coached against you a couple of times, man, and I just appreciate you coming on to the show, giving us your time and your energy. And man, I'm waiting to see the views. I want you to subscribe to our channel. Please share, continue to watch it, man. We definitely will bring you back. Depending on how this championship thing roll out.
Oh yeah,
my mistake might twinkle toes through the back, and we might all be down in Houston together and going live.
Oh yeah, ain't no doubt. I'll be there in a runner.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all having me, man. It was an honor, man. I appreciate. I enjoy myself. I just wish y'all much success in the near future with the show.
Appreciate you, man. Guys, y'all got something?
I just want to thank Mr. Jones for coming on and sharing his very insightful and interesting stories with us, man. Thank you so much.
And Rick, I'm gonna close it out, my brother, man. Proud of my 88 brother, proud of my Jackson brother, man. And you showing what Jackson produced, man. We always produce the best, man. And I'm gonna get Coach my number from your number from Coach. And when I come to Jackson, we're gonna link up.
There you go. Do that. Do that.
Hey, he expensive now. He ain't no cheap date.
Hey, Coach, listen, I'm from Florida A&M, but Ed Jackson, bro, we ain't worried about no money. This is my homeboy.
Yeah, we got the baby.
We don't pay. See, that's another thing too. I know folks too down there. We gonna be all right.
Oh yeah, we're gonna take care of you, baby. When you get here, just holler at me.
I got you.
Thank you again. Appreciate it.
All right, enjoy.
All right, man. That was a tremendous interview. I want to thank Mr. Jones and everybody from tuning in. Hey, you know, like we do, I've put the link to the home of the HBCU Coaches Corner, to the Rocky Miller channel. I'm going to suspend it on the Offscript channel. I want to thank everybody who's watched on the Offscript channel. We're going to cover the games, make predictions, do some talking, and I got a special surprise for you guys I want to share with y'all and really get y'all opinion on what you think about something. All right. We about to suspend it on the Offscript channel. Hey, y'all go ahead and type 1 once you switched over. I'll get the screens up with the scores of this game this past week. In the meantime, Coach Cole and Mr. Campbell, y'all tell the people what y'all thought about the action this weekend.
Well, Coach, you listen. Let's start with you. You were actually in the house for that great game of Jackson State and Grambling. Tell us about the atmosphere. You were there. You was all VIP'd up. You saw the great ending of the game. So tell us about how the game was and how Vegas was.
I mean, you know, my trip to Vegas was fantastic. It was perfect, man. Had the opportunity to see a lot of HBCU graduates. And the surprise part was they weren't necessary for both teams, Jackson and Grambling. It was HBCU people from everywhere. You know, they were using it as a vacation. A lot of people came in, fluctuated. They prepared for about 20,000 fans. And as you all know, they were 10,000 over. When we got there, they had the gates closed because it was so many people coming. I don't think they prepared for the influx of people who came. So what they would do was they would lock the outside gates, let people in. Once those people get in, they let the other people get in. You know, it was a little frustration, and especially, it was for me because, you know, of course, you guys know I'm usually going through another area to get in. But the people handled it professionally. Nobody really got upset. You know, you heard some mumbling and grumbling. They weren't prepared, but Black folks showed up and showed out and represented great. Of course, you know, we had 30,000 people. We filled up the bottom and a little bit at the top, but not way up. So it was a great game, as well as the people came in and showed up and showed out. The game was just as good as sitting in the Raiders Allegiant field. It was just as good. And as Davis would say, the owner, you know, you got to win, baby. Just win. So, of course, Grambling came in and upset Jackson State, which was a shocker. I think the whole weekend was a shocker. So we'll get off into that. But great weekend, great weekend. Of course, everybody know Vegas is a great place to go visit.
Coach, this is Rocky. Do you want to let Coach answer this or you want to wait?
No. Go ahead.
Coach, do you see his question on the screen right here? So what do you think about that, Coach? Well, you know, and again, this is not a criticism, so I want to be clear because listen, let me say this. Coach is not telling TC is a great coach. It's his observation. This is what we do over here, okay? So I don't want to hear none of this ish on Twitter talking about we talking bad about coaching because these are great coaches, but this is coach's observation. So, Coach, go. I want to do that for you, Coach, because I know sometimes people get ahead of their skis and try to disrespect some of the things that you're offering and not, you know, understand where you're coming from. So I wanted to put that out there.
You know, of course, I was there from the beginning, and I thought Jackson State was going to run away with the game. They came opened up, drove down, scored, got the ball back, stopped Grambling, drove down and kicked the field goal. I thought Grambling could not stop their run game. But what I seen and observed the play calling was if this guy was the starter. You know, it was some option. I seen option, ball bounce over the place. I didn't see consistently of saying, look, we playing a backup guy. Let our defense win the game. Let's just run the football because we're very successful. But I didn't see that. I seen an open playbook as if these two quarterbacks was Jacoby. I didn't see an offense that was running to say, we're going to lead this game on our defense. We're going to secure the ball. I seen a lot of passing. They missed a couple of bombs, I thought, a couple of fade routes that were touchdowns, and they missed. When you miss those opportunities and you let a team stay around, a good team stay around like Grambling State, I take my hat off to Coach Joseph, Mickey Joseph, made some great adjustments at halftime, made great adjustments during the course of the first half to slow Jackson State down, man, and you let them stay around. And that's what happens, you know, on any Saturday or any Sunday, any team that can be beat.
Okay. Yeah, Coach. I think me and Cam have talked extensively about this on the watch party. He called the game as if, you know, he was going to stick with the game plan as if the starter was in the game. And to be frank with you, in my opinion, Stouffer struggled. I also think Lockhart struggled, but he was able to get that one long play for a touchdown that put him back in the game and put him back up.
See, Rocky, and that's why I was saying what I said. I mean, you put these two guys in, big game, big stadium. You know what I'm saying? If he struggled because if I was the coordinator, he struggled because of the plays I called. I just didn't think we put the kid in a lot of great situations. You know what I mean? But again, I don't coach the kid. Maybe they seen the value in him that hey, next man up. Let's stay with the game plan. This is what we seen instead of this is what he's good at.
Coach, let me ask you this here question, Coach, because this is something that came up during the game. It is speculated that it had been a decision made by the program that they were going to redshirt Lockhart. Now, this is speculation. This is not fact, right? And they put Stouffer in the game because of that decision that had been made to redshirt Lockhart. Let me ask you this, Coach. In those situations, can you make the decision to take a red shirt off a guy immediately like that, or do you have to come together with your other coaches and the kid and discuss that first before you take the red shirt off of, so to speak? Can that decision be made right there on the sideline without any consultation?
Well, of course. I think it should be made, because I don't know if the rules changed. If you can't play after the third game of the year. If you're playing after the third game of the year and you get in there, that red shirt is off. So you have to make that decision early in the season about that. But sometimes you can say, hey, look, I want to take you on the trips. You're going to dress out. But look, let me
update you on the red shirt rules here. The red shirt rules now is that you can play in 4 games, any four games, and keep your red shirt. If you go in for the 5th game, at any point, you lose that red shirt. So, again, I don't know how many games he had played.
Right.
My point is to your point, you're saying that decision has to be made prior to the game You can't try to make that decision on the sideline. Is that what you're saying?
Of course. Now, if it's an emergency situation, you lose your starter, and do you got 3 quarterbacks left? If it's 3, then that red shirt guy is gonna go to number 3. He's not gonna stay at number 2. I don't mess with that. Me, if I'm telling the kid he's gonna red shirt, that's me. He's gonna red shirt. We're gonna go with the next guy, and we're gonna win and lose with that situation. Because guys, if he was better than Stouffer, he should have been playing in front of Stouffer in red shirts. Him, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think Stouffer is a red. Okay, so let me just clear the Jack say people because Stouffer is a red shirt coach.
He's already redshirted.
And Lockhart is a true freshman.
Okay,
and I think, and again, you know this, and I not to say they weren't prepared, but I think what it was, Jacoby has been pretty sturdy. You looked at it, way the game was played out. We're going to redshirt Lockhart. Stouffer's already been redshirted. We'll have the backup in Jacoby, because what you hope is to have a championship run, so your quarterback stays upright. And unfortunately, it looks like it was almost like a fluke because he wasn't like off a big hit. So, that's why I think of what it was. And also, I got to get, TC, and man, I always tell people, you can't, tomorrow ain't promised to you. And I think TC was like, we trying to win a championship this year. We don't know what's going to happen next year. So I think that was one of the things, the calculations that, he kind of looked at. And because Lockhart, that kid's got a lot of talent. So I think that probably went into it. Just me looking at it. I would have played because you're trying to win a championship this year. You don't know what's going to happen next year.
Yeah, well, I think I would kind of take your advice there, Coach. I'm going to play the 3 quarterbacks, red shirt, not red shirt. If you're just sitting there with 3, you know what I mean? If you're sitting there with 4, then, you have the guy calling. A lot of that just have to be decided. I think more so on this game, it was about, can these 2 guys play the same game plan, or do they know the offense just as well as Jacoby may know the offense? I think to me it comes down to a team thing. Are we going to put the game in these 2 kids' hands, whether it's red shirt, not red shirt, or we gonna be more conservative offensively and let the defense stop them and win the game? I mean, that's the way I've seen it before I've known about the red shirt and all that happened. Because evidently it just didn't work out.
Yeah. Hey, Coach, we can go ahead and go to our games from this past weekend, Coach, and we'll discuss that Jackson game a little more. But, Coach, you said there were some upsets, and you're absolutely right. And let's not hesitate about this one, Coach. This was before Grambling upset Jackson, Coach, this was going to lead all the HBCU conversation on social media and Twitter. This was going to be the game, the big upset. When you heard the outcome of this game, and I know you were in Vegas when you heard it, what did you think about this upset, Coach?
Man, I was shocked, Coach, to be honest. I was shocked. I mean, North Carolina Central at that point in time was the #1 football team, HBCU football team, and probably one of the top 25 Division I AA teams. You can't say enough about the head football coach and the success he's had. With Deshaun coming in, you've seen a lot of good things he done with the team early. I didn't feel that his schedule was real strong because there was a lot of Division II programs that he played, which I thought was a great strategy from him and the athletic director in their program of doing that. Because it's always important when you come in and taking over a losing program that you try to get some wins. And I thought that was very successful. The thing I didn't recognize was how great of a good running football team they are. Once again, playing against Division II schools, you got the best program. But evidently, they're more than that. These guys are. I just want to know the offensive line. I like to know what's the age of the offensive line. I didn't do my homework. I'll stand and say here today I was wrong about that team and program. But you guys know I never You know, when they start winning, I said, hey, look, they got my eyes. You know, they got my eyes. Unfortunately, Deshaun has done a super, super duper job. And I'll be the first to say, I had a call 2 weeks ago, and the guy said, man, don't be surprised if they don't win the MEAC. Man, I hung the phone up. I mean, you gonna go play North Carolina Central. But, you know, as a coach, man, you know, I've been on both sides of that ball, come in and stun a team and beat them. And I've been on the side of the ball, got stung before. And that was one of those times. I will say that if Delaware State played North Carolina Central another 10 times, I think the outcome would be different. But we'll see. You know, we'll see if they for real. They got South Carolina State this week. I'm a believer. If they beat them, I won't be shocked. And I'll look for Delaware State to move on to maybe represent the MEAC. So hey, look.
Just to kind of let you know, Coach, they have Norfolk State this weekend on Thursday night on ESPNU.
Right.
On ESPNU.
South Carolina State. Right. I'm sorry, you're correct. I'm right.
Yeah, they play South Carolina State. It's the last game of the year at Delaware State.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Campbell. You were able to watch a lot of this game. I wasn't, right? From the look of it, it looked like Walker Harris had a really, really good game, right? But they were only able to put up 26 points. What was hindering them from putting up more points, even though Walker Harris looked like he had a sensational game?
Hey, man, it was simple. They ran the ball and they shortened the game. Delaware State came in there with a game plan. They knew what they wanted to execute. They were going to run the ball. They ran the ball. They started squeezing that clock. And shout out to people that watched the watch party. But Scotty and I was sitting up there doing the watch party, and I said, here's two things that's going to happen for Delaware State to win. They're going to have to run the ball, control the clock, and they're going to have to get a timely turnover. And that's exactly what happened, was turn the game to their favor for them to win the game. That's exactly what happened. So when you're looking at it, you know, it was set up perfectly. And then one of the things about it, and you know, Coach Nemo Washington came on with Scotty and them and said, hey, we knew they were going to adjust to our running game. So that's why we came up with the big pass play in the second half. So this was a well-coached team. This was a team that was prepared. And this is what kind of shows when you got guys that are serious to their craft. And, you know, shout out to that Delaware State coaching staff, because they brought those guys in there prepared. And Coach, I don't know if you noticed, this is the first victory they've gotten in Durham since 1977.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, you know, it was a great plan. You know, talking with Trey, you know, he felt like his kids kind of got ahead of themselves, you know, and, you know, he got to do a better job of coaching them and getting them prepared, you know, for games like that. I think now Delaware State has made you know, they have put their footprint that we ain't no longer we ain't the sandbag team no more. You know, I can remember when I was at Lane College, and you know, if you knew anything about Lane, they were terrible. But we kept winning and beating the big schools, and you know, they loud and clear over there in Delaware.
Yeah, Coach. I just think this is a breakthrough victory for Deshaun Jackson. Shout out to him. It just by all accounts, everything that I've heard, people watching this game, there was a well-coached game. They were a prepared team. I think as a professional coach, you would have been proud of the game plan and the execution by Delaware State. You'd have been impressed. So I'm definitely impressed. And you know, as they go into play a struggling Norfolk team, I definitely and they're a 20-point favorite against Norfolk, believe it or not. That was shocking to me that they were a 20-point favorite. That's the kind of favorite that a FCS team gets, FBS team gets against HBCU. But the next game, Coach, we had Mike Vick host South Carolina State. It was over
in the first half.
Yeah, I don't know what happened in the second quarter, Coach, but they had
you can't get rid of 3/4 of your defensive staff in the middle of the year and expect to be successful. Mike just gotta go back to the drawing board and make sure he get a good solid team. Maybe vet the coaches a little bit harder, and hopefully it's making him understand that you got a coach now. You got a coach. You got to come in and coach, and you got to put 100 into this program. It ain't just gonna happen overnight.
Anything you like to add, Steve?
Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you the one thing about this, and this is what's the crazy thing about the men. You don't play a lot of games, so one game really means a lot. So again, the two big dogs in the conference, South Carolina State and North Carolina Central. They beat them. They should be favored in every other game until they play South Carolina State, and then we'll see what happens. So this man is incredible. So for them to put them in a position to possibly go to the Celebration Bowl.
What do you think about the Norfolk State game as well?
Okay, let me say this, and I know this is minor. Shout out for Norfolk State to understand how to monetize Michael Vick. They apparently walled off that whole area and charged everybody a ticket to come on the campus, and I think it was $50, and they had 47,000 tickets sold for people just to hang out. So shout out for them to understanding the value of Michael Vick and getting the money to build that program. Now, the actual game, listen, we were peeping in on this game, and listen, Chennisberry and those boys started off slow in this season, but now they got their mojo, and they play like a championship team, and there was no holding back, and as they say, do not schedule us for homecoming.
Yeah, I talked with Chennis last week, and he felt the same way, and he was real excited that the MEAC play. He said, "Hey, babe, it's the MEAC now," and they played some good teams on the outside as well. So he said he was real ready. He's ready to go into MEAC time.
All right, Coach. Anything you guys want to say about this game? Howard Morgan took Howard into overtime, and they were able to ink out a victory at home. I think this was also homecoming, wasn't it?
It was.
It was homecoming for Howard.
Yeah, it was homecoming for Howard.
Yeah. And they were able to get a victory.
And they do an outstanding job at homecoming. Y'all want to go to homecoming? Go to one of Howard's homecoming. They shut the city down.
Don't look like they went to the game though, Coach.
No, they don't go to the game, but they go to all the parties. Trust me on that. Man.
It's unreal, Coach. They shut it down. The city prepares for the game, to make sure everybody get home safe.
They had a whopping 9,995.
Well, hey, Coach, if you really go to their stadium, that people hanging that's it. People was hanging from the wall. When you see their stadium, it looked like it only hold 5,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Coach. Yeah. I mean, both of these teams have struggled in non-conference play, even though Howard was able to get a victory against the Rattlers. I don't think Morgan has a Division I victory. If I look at they don't have a Division I victory yet, Coach. So, no. Morgan State doesn't have a Division I victory. They won against Lynchburg, Miles, and Central. So they don't have a Division I victory. So it looked like they may be struggling as they navigate the MEAC as well. So we'll go to next week's game in the MEAC Week 10. Man, we already at Week 10, guys. Norfolk is playing Delaware State on ESPNU. I'm not going to even hesitate who going to win this one. Delaware State is going to win this going away. I don't know that they'll cover the 20, but I know they will win the game. Who you have, Coach?
Oh, without a doubt. I got Delaware State. Victim don't even make halftime adjustments. You come back out, don't score any points in the second half. new coaching staff. I think that the program is scrambling right now, and Delaware State is moving in the right direction.
What about you, Campbell?
Hey, man, first of all, shout out. Hey, man, this Thursday, watch party, me and Zoe going to give you some good insight. Coach Cole, we want you to jump on if you got time. We're going to break this down and have a great watch party, and we're going to talk about that Jackson State FAMU game. But listen, man, this is one of those things that I think Delaware State is really serious about this game. I think, again, Michael Vick and them going to have to figure it out. I think Delaware State runs away with this because I think this is one of those things that's personal where I think behind closed doors, D-Jack, because it was that little brother thing with Michael Vick, and he's a little brother. He was the second string guy of the coaching hires. And I think he took that a little bit personal. I think he's going to show that we got the better staff over here.
All right, Coach. We can move on to Morgan State and South Carolina State. Much like the first game, I'm going to take South Carolina State. They're the more established team. They have some Division I victories this season, and they got a big win against Norfolk State in their first game. I suspect they'll also blow out Morgan State as well. What do you got, Coach?
South Carolina State is bleeding at the mouth, Coach. they don't see Delaware State knock North Carolina Central off. Shh. Man, look, I hope that they ain't looking forward. I know Coach Berry, he got them ready to go, man. You know, they know they got an opportunity to win it again. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he's going to make no mistakes. They're not going to take Morgan State lightly. He's going to get after Morgan State, and they're going to, last year they beat them real bad. I don't see the difference this year.
What about you, Campbell?
Listen, man, I think South Carolina State is getting ready to go on their run. I think they are going to put it on Morgan State. This game is down in Orangeburg, on ESPN, early game. I think they understand what the mission is. They're going to, like I say, I think they're going to put up a 40-piece easy.
All right. Our third game in the MEAC will be North Carolina Central and Howard. Now, let me say something about this game. Central has been favored in this game the last 2 years, and they've only won, they've won 1 out of 2, I believe. Going into this game, Central will be favored again. A wounded Central team traveling down up to D.C. to play Howard. How do you think it'll pan out, Campbell?
Listen, man, we all know Trey Oliver, and my homeboy talked about putting a car up on bricks. They're gonna put somebody car up on bricks up there at Howard because they are not gonna play around with this game. And I think and again, we already know the background between him and Larry Scott, the co-champion, the rings, and the point put on each other. So I think, once again, this is going to be a statement game that these type of games that Trey Oliver lives for. And I think they are going to go big on Howard. And plus, nobody's going to be at the game because everybody went to Howard this past week.
All right. What about you, Coach?
Man, I don't see Trey, giving up 2 games. Howard's struggling this year again. And, Trey's North Carolina Central's quarterback is on fire. I think they'll come back. And, and if you go back, guys, when Southern was playing North Carolina Central, Southern had a great, they ran the ball successful. And I just overlooked that. I thought maybe they had correct.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.